I use Fidelity, but that's not the point. Like, how do you see the delta spreads when you're
Okay.
making the options, and then say,
Yeah.
okay, this is delta neutral, that stuff, if you can help with.
So actually, you know what? We can look into this trade. So I bought this one, right? So for this one, the delta is already zero. That's because it is too deep in the money. Okay. So this is SPX, by the way. So even if you do this trade now, this would probably cost you $94 for a spread of $100. So that's 6% by the end of February. You can still make that money into 291 days. So when I made this trade, whatever money I would be making in this one, I spent that money to buy this or to sell this. So this whole thing, if it never goes to 3,200, this is a delta neutral trade, even though it shows 43 right now because we have 291 days. So most of the time, I go back here, look at the trades. Yeah, you said you don't use a Thinkorswim, right? Yeah, but this is where you have the delta and theta. I mean, these are the only two things I really care about. How much is the delta and how much is the theta? So here you have a delta of, if you are buying this spread, you have a delta of 5. But I sold this spread in case we get a big shock and, the recession we have been talking about for a long time. And for SPX, the reason to buy, I always look at the charts and figure out how far it could go. So if you look at this one, the 61%, let me put everything up. So those are I mean, it never even broke this 38. I mean, after I started this trade, but it could go to 3,500. And if we get into a recession, my thinking process was it would go all the way to 3,200. And if it goes to 3,200, this spread, this will go down a lot and we'll make money. That was the idea of this trade, but looks like so far it hasn't worked, but there is nothing to lose, even if it doesn't work, because whatever is made here that we will make here has been spent here. So does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And in many cases, I know if you're doing well right now, the market is so bad that even buying 3-4 months away isn't doing much. You guys know that I have this trade for a while, and I think bonds will do better. They have to do better. I mean, if the market is going down, okay, the rates I think have topped, but it's not doing anything. The long term isn't doing anything. So how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 9 for 9 weeks. It hasn't. I mean, even from last December. So how many bars is that? 32 bars. That's almost 8 months. It hasn't done anything. But at some point, this is going to break out and the move is going to be swift. So in cases like this, when you buy call spread, and if this thing's is moving sideways, we are not going to make any money. We will probably lose money. But this is getting coiled. So I think this is the only bullish play I have right now, and probably gold too. But after having such a big move, I'm expecting this might go sideways for a while and then break out. We'll see what happens. But this is a huge, that's a monthly chart.
TLT is bonds ETF.
Yeah, that's 20 plus year bonds. So it's long-term bonds. It's long-term bonds, not short-term. I mean, short-term are very unpredictable these days, but I mean, market right now is pricing. I mean, look at the move. That's a big move. Let's see how much it fell down. That's 48%. So unless Fed keeps moving the rates higher, TLT is going to go higher. I mean, if bonds work against the when the rates are going higher, bonds are going to go down. They work inversely, right? So my expectation, I mean, the way we are expecting market to fall down, either that or the interest rates might go down because of all the banking crisis that we are seeing. There's a good possibility that this is going to go up. And also this is weekly 30-week moving average, which is same as 150 DMA. So this has started to move sideways. So let's see that. So it started to flatten it out. So I'm expecting this to go higher. That's why I keep selling some of the calls, near-term calls above this 109 or around 109. I mean, I haven't made any money so far. It's down $300, but this is only down 300 because I've lost money here and lost money here. But it's only 300 down because I've been selling those calls on a regular basis. And let's see, when did I start this trade? 322. So it's been 5 weeks now. For 5 weeks, what did it do? Nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there, exactly where it is. So we'll see. Again, we need a resolution to the market for this to move. Right now, nothing is happening. All right. What's the other one we were talking about? Gold. Gold is also, I mean, it's after such a big move, it will probably consolidate for a while. In fact, I think silver looks a little better. You know, it's not going down much. It's better than gold. So that's also a good sign. But silver, one of the reasons we are in silver is because this can move big. Look at that. So if that happens, yeah, silver could go much higher. However, we know we are going to do one step at a time. We have right now 23.25, I think. 23.25. So, I mean, silver has done good. I mean, we have done 3 trades, I think. But if a move like this happens, yeah, we'll probably see some good gains. Go back to SPX. Guys, if you have any questions or anything, let me know. So, let's talk about NDX first. This looks so much better, even though many of the stocks, let me show you this. So what happened on Friday, right? Let's see. New share. Look at that. These were the stocks that we were trading a lot in the last few years. This is not how you would see the market behave in a bull market. I mean, we still have too much of volatility, and a stock could go down 9%. I mean, this has been the leader for a while now. 19-20%. It's hard to make money in I mean, the way that we make the trades, with low risk. It's a bad idea to have many trades. That's why I'm really cautious, and I got rid of many of them recently. And look at LSCC. This has been a very good. Are you guys seeing string thinkorswim?
We see LSCC.
Yes, we are.
All right, cool. So this is not what we see, what we would want to see, right? I mean, it made a new high, and look at what kind of move we had. That's 20% correction.
KP, would that be a pullback opportunity if it were to hit that moving average, or?
Well, it could be, but the thing is, we bought it because it broke out, right?
Right.
And when we want to see institutions support this 85 level, that's not happening yet.
One thing I've been observing in the market in the last 6 months, right? So more than the breakout trade succeeding, a lot of these bounces from those major support levels, some are working a lot better.
That's true. That is true. So again, that has not been my forte, but I was looking at some other. Let me look at my list. I have a list that we can go through. So these are some of the stocks I was looking at. Owens Corning. This is something to do with the builders. Let me go back to the daily. So what I don't want is that if the market, I don't know when that's going to happen, but when the market starts to move higher, I don't want to be in laggards. That's why I'm still not very keen on getting into these pullbacks. And the one pullback that I tried was Aweb or many of those Chinese stocks, because after such a big move, okay, I thought this was a good enough pullback, and look at what happened. And again, when the entire market moves higher, right, our chances of getting into the right stocks, or most of the stocks will move. So right now, only 1 in 3 stocks are working, especially the ones that I am trading. So it's not good enough yet. And as I said, I don't know if I should get back into the pullback stocks. If we get into stocks that are pulling back, they are generally the laggards. So I still don't know. I mean, if you guys see anything, post it at the, maybe we can see how, even if we don't have to be in the trade, we can still track it if those are the ones that are working much better. And as you said, anything for pullbacks, right? Anything in the range of less than 20% are generally considered only a pullback. But we can't buy anything. I mean, I would never buy anything like this. I would probably wait until this moves, it turns around and, gets back about 85 or something. And that would be good enough for me to get in. That would be just 11% lower. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'll also share another observation, right? So these pullbacks, the pullbacks are not independently being like very successful. It's only in conjunction with the market, right? So if the market is hitting a bottom or like a particular level, and if it is bouncing, and not the growth is doing as good, like some of the traditional value or popular stocks, right? Say Amazon, Apple, these types of stocks, they really performed well on those pullback conditions.
Yeah. This is actually the growth stock, right? IBD 50.
Yeah.
It's not doing anything at all. It's not doing anything at all. I mean, they change it every week, but look at that. But that's the growth. That's where the growth is. It is still down. Huge. 56%. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, I watched this, but again, there is a possibility that if we are not there when the actual market starts moving higher, we could probably lose, or, we have been waiting for 2 years now. So yeah, talking about the stocks that are working well with the market, this is probably one of those, I guess. And actually, in fact, I think if this breaks 289, when do we have earnings? 524. Yeah, this could be again a leader. There is only a 3% chance that any old leader would be a new leader, and this could be it. Who knows? The way Microsoft has been moving, yeah, I mean, Nvidia has much higher chances to do much better. I did not expect this kind of move over the earnings, of course. I had a very small position in it. So,
Can you talk about the market internals? Because this recent swing, what we saw, right, that is propelled only by a handful of stocks, right? So even the NASDAQ move.
It does. So I don't have the subscription for stock charts, but there are like 31% of the stocks that are above 200 moving average right now. Only 31%. So it means that about 70% are still in the downtrend. So I mean, I think there is a good. See, I was talking about this before you got in, but what I was saying is we are right at the junction where it could either go down or go up. So this 4,200 has been a problem for a while. And if it can break above that, we'll see some buyers. There is also this psychology that if you see anything, I mean, there are too many people who are bearish right now. It means that there is not enough money to have a sell-off. And if you see any of the previous, I think 2015, 2016, let's go back to 2015, 2016. Let me open that.
Can you explain what you mean by there's not too much money left to do?
No, I mean, there is, okay, you need to have a lot of bullish people in the market for market to go down. That's how psychology works. What I mean is, if there are too many bears, there are no more sellers. We want the market to go down. It works inversely to how we think. It always does. Okay. So if you look at this one, right? It went down. Okay. It's coming back up. So are we seeing something like this, or are we seeing something like this? We have no idea. But if it breaks, I mean, the growth stocks generally lead the market. Right now, they are not. So are we here or are we here? We still don't know. The one thing we know for sure is that growth stocks are not performing. We should not see the kind of pullbacks that we have seen. Even if they are bad earnings, this tells you that this is a bear market. You should not be seeing something like this at all. What was the other one? I posted a bunch of charts that day, right? Let's see. Yeah, let me go through these again. Look at these. LSEC, that's PI. Crocs. I mean, Crocs, look at how good it was for a while. If the institutions really wanted to buy these, we wouldn't see this kind of, these are weekly charts, this kind of sell-off. Who do you think is selling Crocs? It's institutions. This is not retail trading at all. I mean, this has been good. I mean, I think this is still good. This is still part of my watch list. So actually, let's go back and see. We can check what happens So this one, as you said, this could be a pullback buy because it has been a very good stock for a while. No, it's below 50-day. The green line is a 50-day, so it broke the 50-day. I don't know how many people are going to come back and buy it. We'll see. I still have a alert here. So it's not there yet. So, I mean, we wouldn't be seeing this kind of moves at all. Rambus, what's that? PDFS. Well, I mean, this is a small cap stock. IoT. I mean, we were looking at this one. Look at that. That's a buyer shut off pattern. I mean, all of them are, right? I mean, one big candle takes out all the bulls. Who's gonna buy them back? So and also when I was talking about these, right? UPS. If the market is strong, UPS is supposed to be strong. And as they say, you know, Dow Transports, they indicate how the economy is. And FedEx and UPS, they should generally do much better. They are forerunners, you know, than the market. So anyway, do you guys have any stocks that you want me to look into? Let me.
Costco.
Can you look at the it's not popular site and I don't know. It's it's NVS. Sorry, I have a huge
I saw.
corporate
I
position.
don't know how to buy these. Well,
No, I buy from the ESPP. I have a huge
yeah,
ESPP
even this one,
discounted
right? I've been
positions.
watching this for a long time.
Yeah.
Because they are ADRs, it's hard. I mean, buying the breakouts would be hard for these.
Yeah. Can you like I when I was looking at the weekly chart, I mean, I don't see any patterns or anything. Like I don't know whether I should continue holding it or sell it now. Or at least trim it. I mean,
Well,
I've
I
been
mean,
trimming it a little
there
bit.
is a third option, right? I mean, trim.
Yeah, that's what I did. I trimmed like almost 2/3 of my position because of this move.
This is a big move.
Yeah. And it's a good dividend stock.
Yeah, it's 31% in 8 weeks. That's a big move.
Yep.
13%. Well, you can always figure out how much it can move. Again, this is not the best way, but this is the best way for the commodities to check. I see somebody sent a chat. Give me a second. Duplicate wrong. So, well, it could go to, is that 112?
Okay.
Yeah, 112.
And last thing while you're here, right? So if you have just kind of position where you're already in maybe like more than 20 to 30%, right? After even trimming.
Yep.
How do you, so I know one thing is you can sell the puts, but how do you preserve profit or continue selling the premium? I was thinking to sell the not covered calls, but just the calls against my position.
Well,
But if there is a big pullback, then
when a
it's
stock
not
is
worth
moving
it.
this fast, right? I wouldn't sell covered calls, but one of the best ways for you to, you know, not lose much is probably have a stop somewhere at, I don't know, 97. That's about $4. So if it breaks 97 and you keep moving it higher.
I see.
Yeah, if it breaks about 105, this should be your stop again. So you can backstop it this way, and that way you won't lose a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Regardless, this is better. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at Lily and I tried a small piece, and this is not what I want to see. I think we'll probably see another base or at least some consolidation. And I was shorting Lily looking at this 150 moving average, but it definitely went the other way. This is a daily, yeah. I thought this was going to go around and move lower, but all of the healthcare came back. Anyway, for Lily, I would probably see some, it's better to see a little bit of sideways action or even a base. So one of the ways for you to see if it's overbought or not is check from either from the 50-day. So from 50-day, this is about 17% higher. And the last time, let's check here. That's 13% from 50-day. That's 12%. So this is much higher. There is a good possibility we'll see a pullback on this one. Let's look at Costco. Okay. Well, there is no trade here. I mean, it has to move higher or lower. There is no trade right here. Let's look at weekly. Sometimes weekly gives us a much better indication of what's it doing. Yeah, I mean, look at the 150. It's just moving sideways. The best thing that could happen is if we have something like this, a move where it moves sideways for a while, gets coiled up and then moves higher. Or even if it goes straight here and tests this one at the bottom and start moving higher. Right now, there is no trade in here. Amazon is also the same. I mean, I don't know if I would buy or sell this one right now. Again, any consolidation would be better. I think Google is obviously in a much better shape. We have 4 weeks of sideways move. So above 109 is probably better. I mean, we got a rejection there. So 109.20, above 109.20, we can, the move, we could probably have a move until 122. It's about 12%. Meta will probably move down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, this is on my charts every day. So if you look over here, right, after a big move, it moves, down. Let's see how much move we had. So we had a 61% move. If that happens again, that would be around 224. So somewhere between 227 and 224. What do we have at 224? Yeah, that's high. That high. So yeah, the 224 makes more sense. You have confluence of multiple supports over there. So 224 is probably a much better price. But again, Meta has gone up so much. If there is any big move lower, we will see a lot more people selling this one. Let's actually look at the daily. So we have this big gap, right? If you buy Meta right here, there is a very high possibility that we will see a lot of sellers at 248. I know there is a gap, but after moving so much, filling that gap will be very hard. However, if it breaks 248, I'll be a buyer again because there is nothing here. Okay, we covered Lily, Costco, Amazon, Meta, Google, I guess. Yeah, we covered everything. Let me stop the recording here.